Binary is the key. It's the key to everything. The foundation of mathematics is the natural number. So with natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, through different operations, you have different numbers. 3 minus 3, you have 0. Now you have the whole number. 2 minus 3, you have a minus 1. And you have a rational number. You divided them, you have fraction. And you can build layers of mathematics based on natural numbers. All the complex mathematics all can reduce to natural numbers. But natural numbers can be reduced to binaries. So we can represent natural numbers with just zeros, ones. Binary is the foundation of everything, including mathematics. So with the binary, you can build a computer. Computer is basically a switch, 2 states, on and off. Of course, you have millions or billions of switches, and they connect them together in a smart way. Then you have a computer. You can build a computer, and you can write a program with the binary code. Of course, the data itself is binary, zeros, ones. So with the binary, you can build a computer, you can build program, you can build up database. So with those database, with programming, with the machine, then you can compute to output everything. Computation, I think, is even more fundamental, even more simpler, because computation can relate to the shape and the forms much easier. We can use computer now to produce virtual reality, which is basically a simulation of how this machine, in my system I have a machine which is Platonic. It's a Platonic computer. So you have a physical computer which is the shadow or poor imitation of the Platonic computer. And Platonic computer is made from the binary of the consciousness. The consciousness, you have 2 states. And with consciousness, you can build the Platonic computer. And our physical computer, made of silicon, is only a shadow or poor copy of Platonic computer. But that shadow or that poor copy, poor imitation, can be used as a tool to model how the Platonic computer produce different level of reality. By using the physical computer, using the binary code to produce virtual reality, we can model how the high level of computer produce our physical reality, as well as many levels of non-physical reality. I think it's even simpler model than mathematics. Mathematics can be very complex, but computation, very simple, just binary. You can produce all shapes and forms just using programming. Essentially, the universe, the cosmos, is already a big data. A big data made of consciousness. It's binary. And that computer, by operating at a different clock, then you have different timeline. At each level, you have a different clock speed. Because the clock speed of computation produces the refresh rate, yeah? And that refresh rate corresponds to the vibration frequency of that level of reality. So you have different clock speed, you have different vibration frequency, now you have different signals, different radio stations in the same space. And if you can tune different frequency, and then you can communicate, you can reveal, you can render different level of reality, just like a computation. So it links with consciousness. I mean, the Platonic computer is made by, from, with, of consciousness. So it's not just a machine, it has intelligence. It's programmed by intelligence also. But the tool the intelligence use is the binary. Binary is actually in every spiritual tradition. In Abrahamic tradition, it's light and darkness. Yeah, at the beginning it's light. Then God separate light from the darkness, so you have a binary. In Taoist tradition, it's yin and yang. From Tao, you have yin and yang. Again, you have a binary. And with the binary, you can compute. And you can build mathematics. You can build computer to produce all shapes and forms. And you can actually, you can produce language also, to be honest. And language can be reduced to binary. Just different combination of binary code. All our conversation are transmitted using binary. So many different forms, shapes. If you look at a plant, look at a blade of grass, look at the birds and listen to their singing. There's so many diversities. And I see the creativity can be just simply act of binary manipulation. And that binary is made from consciousness.